Hey, today's show is brought to you by our friends at Recon Tech. That's right, Recon Tech, your one-stop vehicle reconditioning center. Call 217-670-1132 today and set up your detail. Set up your detail. Set up your coding. By the way, they're coding. You get a 3-year coding, 5-year coding, 7-year coding. You don't have to get, you will not have to get for the life of the coding, you will not have to wax your car. You just go through the car wash, it'll come out sparkling. How about that, right? That's why you should go to Recon Tech, right on the corner of 8th and Black. It's Recon Tech. Call 217-670-1132 today. How about it? How about you? Recon Tech. Show also brought to you by Just Beds. That's Just Beds. At 3120 Montvale Drive in Springfield, Just Beds. They have got full size, queen size, king size mattresses. Whatever you need, they've got them for you. My wife and I are going to go and we're trying to find a queen size right now. Trying to find a good queen size mattress right now. We're going to go to Just Beds, 3120 Montvale Drive, and pick out the mat. All we do is you go there and pick it out, right? You just go there and pick it out, and then pay for it and go home. You don't have to put it on top of your car and drive around town like some hillbilly. No, you don't have to do that at all. You just literally pay for it and go home, and they deliver it to you. That's how they do it. They just deliver it. They show up to your house, set up your new bed, then they take your old bed and dispose of it properly. It's all Just Beds. Am I bothering you now, Steve? I can't even get through our morning. I can't even get through our morning sponsors without in the background. I'm hearing. Good Lord, he's breathing and sighing and.
Oh, excuse me for fucking breathing. Sorry. God damn.
Don't you have a mic?
Don't start with me this morning. I was in a way fucking mood.
Oh, here we go.
Don't you have a mic control where you can say, oh, this seems to be breathing loudly. Let me turn the volume down. You know.
I don't touch it.
Maybe you
should. No,
should.
It sounded. Maybe you should. Yeah, it sure sounded. My God. Christina, you know what I was talking about, right?
Oh, I heard the noises.
I couldn't even.
Is that better?
I'm trying to get through Recon Tech's commercial in the background. I'm hearing. Oh my God!
Your shit. I didn't say shit.
Oh, he's doing the commercial. This sounds like a good time to make a whole bunch of noise.
I didn't say a fucking word.
You didn't have to say a word. You didn't have to say anything. You were making enough noise.
The noises.
Oh my God. So loud. Oh God. You're just so, oh my God. Just your natural sense of, you're so loud. I know I'm not crazy. I know Christina felt it too.
Yeah, I could hear him.
Yeah, and by the way, how embarrassing. How embarrassing. How embarrassing are his comments on Facebook. On Facebook. Here we go. Here's his embarrassing comments on Facebook. Joel put a comment up asking a question about he was just simply asking a question about his subscription stuff, you know what I mean? And Steve so sweetly so sweetly then goes,
Sorry.
and now I understand. Boy, you're so loud. I understand. I do understand that, you know, that you wouldn't know everything about someone. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I mean, from just what we've learned on the show, let me ask. Let me ask,
Okay.
Christina, my friend Joel, my old roommate,
Yes.
lives in Texas. He lives in Texas. He's been a fan of the show, which we appreciate.
Mhm. Very much.
Also, he subscribed to the show. By the way, here's how Joel subscribed to the show. He just paid a year in advance. He paid in one of the top levels. He just paid a year in advance, so he
Right.
had access to everything. And Steve goes, there was a comment that Joel made. There was a comment Joel made on one of the
What
Facebook.
did you do, Steve?
Steve, you know exactly what I'm gonna.
Yeah, I know. I know exactly what
What
the
did
comment
you do?
is.
And then Steve goes to where Joel made a comment, and Steve goes, "Well, if you're having a rough time," and this is why I question it. Okay, this is why I question it, because Joel obviously, or Steve obviously knows what Joel's situation is. You know what I mean? So he knows that Joel doesn't have any kind of money problems to get the subscription to
Mhm.
to get a subscription to the show. He's already paid it in advance. And then Steve like puts on there, well, if you're having a hard time, I would like to pay, because if you want, I will pay and add you to my, like Steve basically offered Joel a scholarship.
Right.
And all I was going to do is say, hey, Ray, can we give Joel a scholarship? I wasn't going to pay any more for it.
Oh,
So you were going to try to talk me into giving a free scholarship.
Well, because I know Joel's a friend, he was.
Joel is probably my best friend in the world, but he's not in need of a scholarship, and you know that. That's my point. You know he doesn't need a scholarship.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to find where this is so I can show you guys. Christina, I'm asking if you've seen it.
I haven't seen it. I had no idea.
I know exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah, what was the post that you did that to?
I don't remember the post. I just remember Joe posted something about he wanted to know if he could unsubscribe or something. And I said, Joel, I would be happy to pay for you if you're going through a financially difficult time.
Yes,
And then not pay for shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so he was basically offering Joel to pay for maybe it was on the Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster account and wasn't on my
I think it might have been.
Yeah, let me check because I want to see it just so I can read what Steve wrote, which was it was it was just embarrassing. Oh my God. And Steve goes, Joel, if you're having a rough time, I am going to pay. I'm going to pay and you will be taken care of. It's like, and I'm reading it and I'm going, that he knows full well. I mean, what didn't I show pictures that Joel sent me from the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's not hurting.
we know that he's not hurting. We know that Joel is doing fine.
Well, I wasn't sure. I mean, things
Why
can go south on people really quick.
not that quick? I mean, come on.
I just wanted to know. I wanted Joel to know that I was there for him also, if he was in a time of need.
Here's what I say.
Need.
Here's what I'm saying. I'm not saying Steve was a decent person for offering this at all. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is Steve knows Joel is wealthy. All right. He knows Joel's wealthy. And he was trying to ingratiate himself. He was trying to somehow put himself in line. He was trying to get something out of it. You know what I mean?
Trying to get nothing out of it. No,
Yeah, but he was, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. He was like, Steve's plan was, I'll get something out of this. That's what I'm going to do. I'll get something out of this by, here's my scheme. Because Steve is not dumb enough to, you know, and I'm trying to find it. I want to, because it's so pathetic. And how do I even explain what Steve did? It's so pandering that I can't even, I don't even know how to describe it other than overly pandering of what we would ever expect. It's just so bad. Just so bad. And he's out there, you know. He's out there, oh, Joel, if you need help, I will take care of you. And I'm trying to find it.
Uh-huh.
And Steve's comment is so, it's just a pandering mess. Joel, if you need help, I will purchase. And he made it seem, Christina, like it was going to be a big sacrifice for Steve to do this, right?
Yeah, that's the way it sounds.
He made it seem like he, you know, like what he was giving up was this, like he was somehow going to give up all this stuff to help the downtrodden.
Yeah.
When, let's face it,
shit.
by the way, when Steve, I just want to make it very clear, when Steve says he's going to pay for someone, here's what it means. It means that Steve's going to tell them that he paid for it. But here's how Steve pays for a scholarship. Christina, would you like to describe how, or?
Yeah, it can be. This is how it will go. Hey, Ray, can we add so and so to the scholarship list?
Yeah, that's how he does it. That's how he does it. It doesn't. It costs Steve nothing. In fact, Christina, knowing details as you do, who does it actually cost? Who is the one who pays for when Joel makes these offers like this? Who is the person who actually pays for it?
Well, it's coming out of your pocket.
Yes, but it was certainly nice of Joel to offer, to get a free scholarship for a person who just went to the Super Bowl. It's very nice of you, Joel. Very nice of you. Excuse me.
Yeah, Teve.
You are really,
Steve is such a nice guy.
yeah.
What the fuck? I wasn't in the mood for this stupid morning. That's for sure. Fucking people, god damn. Son of a bitch.
You are unbelievable. You are really. So, in other words, you're offering your generosity that you're offering to people isn't really your generosity. This is what I'm saying. Either one, you're offering false generosity to people that
I'm
you
not
don't.
offering false generosity. It's
Yes.
generosity. It's not false. I'm
When you're
general.
saying
I'm
that
generally
you're
concerned.
going to pay for it,
Yes,
but in
but-
reality, you're not.
Yes, because you do nothing. When you say that you do nothing, you don't pay anything for it. You just get it done, and it comes out of my pocket.
I pay for it.
It just comes out of my pocket, and yet you get the credit. You get the credit for it, like everybody going, "Oh, Steve is so kind. Oh, he's so kind. I want to do blah 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 to pay him back, or I think the world of Steve."
Oh, wait a minute, wait. It's okay when you do it for people like Brady and stuff, but if I want to offer help to Joel,
Well,
it's
no,
not okay.
I'm saying when I do it, I'm taking a loss.
I didn't care whether you were taking a loss or not. I wasn't taking a loss.
I know.
Out.
I know that you know you're not losing any money when you do that. I know that that's my point.
Okay, the point is we've been 17 minutes on a fucking subject.
I just want to get an answer. Are you? Or number two, you know damn well that Joel has money, but you were just trying to line yourself up to get some of it. When you're like, well, if Joel knows, if Joel.
No, I'm trying to do that with my mother. I'm trying to figure out how I can do that with my mother because I'm not having much luck with my truck, and I might need to. I don't know. Dan's about to give up on it, and I'd ordered another tool to try one more time, and hopefully he can get it. Otherwise, I'll have to figure out what to do because I don't have a vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to call my mom. I called my mom the other day and told her about it. And she offered to give me money, but then she said she didn't have any.
Yes.
So,
By the way, this is when he's trying to change the subject of the Joel thing. This is so now I'm even more confused as to what it is. Either number one, like I said, he's trying to better his own reputation at my cost, or two, he really is that dense. That he's just offering.
well, I can tell you it's number one.
Oh, so you've always known that Joel's had money, or have you? But
Well, I haven't always known. I mean, I've known since the Super Bowl.
Right. So you're not as dense as you let on.
Oh no, I'm not that dense. No, I knew. I wasn't sure. You know, like I said, people's situations can change pretty quickly. I mean, he could have lost a bunch of money on a bet or something, you know, and needed help out. I don't know Joel that well, and he's a friend of yours, and he went to the Super Bowl. You know. I'm not going to immediately assume because he went to the Super Bowl he has money.
Well, he lives in South Texas.
Right. I know he lives in South Texas, you know.
And the Super Bowl was in Las Vegas.
I haven't been able to creep on his Facebook page a lot.
Oh, hell.
So I really don't know a whole lot about him. You know, what you've told me. He's not he's not real high on my list, because he's not a woman.
I was gonna say he's not a female, so why creep?
So what you were doing was offering a scholarship to him.
I was just trying to offer Joel a little bit of comfort. He seemed like he was a little bit down on the dumps, for some reason. So I was supposed to offer a little comfort, let him know that I was there for him if he needed me.
Mm-hmm.
But
You were helping the downtrodden.
right.
Or you were wanting to get credit for helping the downtrodden when it actually cost you nothing to help them. You know what I mean? When you don't pay anything to help people, it costs you nothing to do that. That's the point I'm making.
Okay.
Or
And moving on to Tuesday.
I'm trying to figure out which bad thing. Trying to figure out which bad thing it was. By the way, did anybody get dysentery last night or Sunday night?
What would anybody get dysentery last night? Last night was trivia night.
No, I was saying Sunday night. Did anybody get dysentery Sunday night?
Dan's still alive and kicking.
It wasn't the best, believe me. I ate it too. It wasn't.
Dan said it was pretty good.
Oh, I ate it all. I ate the whole.
As long as you
I ate the whole fucking cake. But,
was it a cake this week?
Yeah, it was a lemon shamrock cake.
A poke cake.
Poke cake.
What is a poke cake? What is a poke? What's a poke cake?
We poke it with holes.
You poke holes. You put holes in a cake?
Yeah, I have to poke it with this. I should use this, but I have this on my desk because my butt itches today.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, my God. Anyway, yes, you put holes in the cake and you pour Jell-O in the holes.
So disturbing. Good Lord. You are unbelievable. You really are.
Well, I appreciate that coming from you. Yeah.
You really are something. At least you're not like Christina, who went to my Facebook page and what did she say yesterday? I'll read this.
Hey, I was trying to help you out.
Steve, you let me know if this is nice or offensive, what she put on my Facebook page. She put this on my Facebook so everyone could see this. Good Lord.
Oh no.
She goes, it was when I put a picture up of my finger.
Oh,
my finger
yeah.
is all messed up because I had this beautiful gold band that I have worn for 30 some odd years.
Mm-hmm.
My wife got it for me when we got married. It was a wedding ring, and I love it. Except I also have a callus under I don't know if you guys can see, but there is a callus underneath my finger from my ring. So I took my ring off to go work out. All right. At least I was trying to. And so I would either leave it in my car or put it somewhere in my house and then go work out and then put it back on. Or sometimes I would forget to do that and I'd bring it into into a fit club and I'd work out with it. But when I started losing all my weight, I know this doesn't make any sense, but when I was losing all my weight, even my fingers shrunk. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would, be lifting weights or whatever, or doing my weights and then eventually let go of the bar to stop with the set. And when I do that, I move my arm around and my ring would fly off my finger sometimes. So either it flew off my finger and I lost it, or it's somewhere in the house or somewhere that I left it, or it's either in my car or somewhere in my house and I forgot to put it back on. So my wife got me these silicone rings to where I just put the silicone. By the way, I've already lost 2 of the silicone rings.
Are you serious?
Oh,
wow.
She got me a pack of 4 silicone rings.
Oh, shit.
And I thought they were great. Okay. Right. Except I'm now getting underneath the ring, my fingers is all, it's all peeling off. And all
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But put that picture up. And Christina goes, and I said, does anybody know what this is? And I was showing my finger, right? And a bunch of people, this one woman goes up and she goes, oh, that's athlete's foot if it happened to your foot. But what you have is athlete's finger. And I was like, oh, great. I have athlete's. Well, how nice. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And Christina goes, it's caused by moisture getting between the ring and your fingers. I've had it. Happens. Don't wear it while moist. Or just take it off afterwards and dry the area and the ring before putting it back on. Or powder that area as well. When you're powdering your balls.
Well,
that's her comment. While you're powdering your balls.
You already got the powder out.
We don't talk about, my balls do not get talked about at all. And to put number one, it makes it seem as if you're a pervert or somehow you have some knowledge of my balls.
Okay, I'm not denying that I'm a pervert, and we've talked about your balls on the show a lot.
I know, but I'd rather not have comments on my Facebook.
Oh,
that makes it seem like I'm just offering my balls out for everyone. Like people are going, oh, I'm missing that show. Ray must show his balls. I'd rather not have people think I'm some pervert.
Well,
seriously, if you're a regular viewer of this show and you had to say, well, someone is showing their balls on the show, who would you think it is? It's not me. But your comment made it seem like I'm some kind of pervert showing his balls to everyone.
Oh, you are a pervert.
I may have mentioned that I powder up my balls
several
times. Maybe it had been mentioned several times on the show. Oh, no.
Don't, Stephen Blaine, I will beat the hell out of you.
He's showing his side cam to everybody. And I gave myself a good powder. I gave myself a good powder today.
See?
But I got Christina bringing up my balls and comments. Oh,
Steven!
He wants everybody to make sure to check him out. Oh,
stop it. Oh, stop it.
But he needs the powder. I like how the shirt fits. I thought the shirt was fully on him from the front to the cam. But now that I look, the shirt's not even halfway down his body. It's just sort of.
Does someone need to dress you?
Yeah, it's just sort of laying. What is that, like a 2X shirt that won't even go past your move? When we see that side cam,
the fuck?
I realize this shirt is not on.
Why even bother putting the shirt on?
He really is. now we will change subject, Steve, to your titty cam. We'll change subject. To your, oh, you're,
Steven?
He's going to show his balls, Christina.
No, we don't need to see
How
that.
he powers them up. Oh,
Stephen Blaine, I swear to. No! Stop!
he scared everyone to death.
Oh. Oh.
Oh my God. You really are some. Really some. But no, I still lost my ring. I still can't find my ring. So I've lost my gold band and 2 of my silicone rings.
Have you moved your chair?
My chair.
Yeah, you could have taken them off and set them on the table next to you, and they could have fallen off the table. The cat knocked them off the table.
No, I wouldn't do that. I would put it somewhere. You know what I mean?
My cats do
Sure
that.
you're
They
not
jump
putting
up.
put it. So when you get home, you get ready to take your nap. You sure you wouldn't take it off and lay it on your chest? And
No,
fall
because
asleep
I'm more comfortable wearing a wedding ring than not, just because I've always worn one. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Mhm.
But I have to
never
get used.
wore one.
Yeah, I have to get used to not wearing one. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So I've got to get used. I've got to get used to that. But
Right.
Get a tattoo. You never have to worry
no,
about losing it.
I saw people suggesting that. Get a tattoo. I'm not getting a tattoo. No, I don't want a tattoo on my. I'm used to wearing a ring. Yeah. Oh well. But right, so I'm ringless right now. But I think the moisture or whatever athlete's finger instead of athlete's foot. I think that's what I have.
Mhm.
What they were describing on that post. I don't think it has nothing to do with my balls, as some people were mentioning.
I was just saying, you're down there powdering your balls. Just put a little powder between your ring and the finger.
I do.
The moisture.
I do.
You do what?
Powder my fingers. But then I get powder all over. Well, because I have to, I put a glove of powder in my hand, and then I lift the flap up, throw some underneath there. I lift the boob up, throw some underneath there. And then I switch hands, put a glove in his hand, lift the fat up, throw some underneath there.
I only put powder in my nether regions, so before I work out.
Well, I sprinkle in my underwear or my shorts. That way, when I pull them up or sit down, I just coat them evenly.
What does this coating them evenly mean?
Well, that way they absorb the moisture. If it's coated evenly, they'll absorb all the moisture. You won't have one area that's more moisture than the other. Like I've had that problem. I've had over the left side had too much powder and was really dry and itchy, and the right side be really slimy.
So it's like pancake batter.
Yeah. And sometimes it would even hurt to the point where I would have to soak a washcloth and stuff it in there, a cold washcloth, stuff it in there and walk around like that for a while, take the burn away.
So you put powder in your shorts.
Yes, sir.
And you're saying one part of your area is itchy, and
Yes.
what's causing the itch?
I couldn't tell you.
And the other half is like pancake batter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Number one, how much sweat is going on in your nether regions?
Oh, I believe a lot. Those areas sweat constantly. They're always moist.
But I mean, how much sweat is going? I mean, you got to have some pretty good sweat to create pancake batter.
Oh, not if you put enough powder in there.
Yeah.
I like my pancakes a little thicker than normal, so they're.
I'm never making fucking pancakes again.
You're not actually making pancakes from the pancake batter. I just want to be clear that you're not actually making pancakes from the pancake batter.
That does sound good, though.
So maybe you ought to use some Bisquick instead of.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Glad I didn't eat breakfast this morning.
Yeah, maybe if you use some kind of Aunt Jemima or Bisquick.
Cornmeal. I could use cornmeal. I think maybe more absorbent.
If you're planning on using that batter to actually cook something that you would eat for breakfast, it seems that would make sense. Good Lord.
Cornbread.
Oh, stop.
By the way, no one makes pancake batter out of cornbread, right?
I don't know. Yeah, they're called hoe cakes.
They're called what cakes?
Hoe cakes. Hoe cakes.
Hoe cakes?
Hoe cakes. H-O cake. Hoe cakes.
I've never heard it. Is that an actual thing?
They're southern time. They're called hoe cakes.
Now my wife made, and my wife used to make beautiful pancakes. Now, because I can't eat much, it looks like I'm ordering the child platter from somewhere. You know what I mean? They come out like half the size, you know. But she'll get buttermilk, and then she'll make buttermilk pancakes.
Oh, yeah.
But like I said, it's only like, it used to be this huge.
Oh, I eat about 4 of those big ones.
Oh yeah, I used to get a stack of them. But now I can't eat that much, so I'll get like a little bigger than silver dollar size.
Oh yeah. Not the size of some fried mush.
But I'll tell you, they're delicious. But she throws away. I think she throws away, 3/4 of the pancake batter.
Oh yeah.
But the buttermilk pancakes that she's made are fantastic.
Huh.
But I just can't eat. I can't eat a lot of them.
I probably got some buttermilk on the back of my refrigerator that's actually started as milk, but it's been back there so long it's probably butter now.
Well, but I got to tell you, I used to like, I used to have this really good syrup.
Oh, yeah.
But now we seem to have Miss Buttermilk, syrup. And I used to like, we got this, I can't remember what it was called. It was some kind of Vermont, up there in Vermont or whatever, where they
they
actually pull it right out of a tree.
Oh yeah.
And then there's Mrs. Buttersmilk, which is they make that with like
Right.
God knows what, pure sugar and corn syrup or whatever. But the other syrup tastes better.
Oh,
know.
definitely. Yeah.
But I like the other syrup. But we haven't. But I had it. This is back before I had, before I had surgery and stuff, and I've never had that. It's just like, why do you want to buy a whole thing of syrup for somebody that never?
Right.
I mean, I never eat it,
Right.
but I've had it. I had it Sunday, so I get Mrs. Buttersworth or whatever the hell that's called, and it's just not It's just it's too thick and too.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It tastes too cornstarchy or too syrupy.
Oh, yeah, like cornstarch.
Too much fake sugar is what they put in that.
Oh, yeah. Whatever happened to sorghum? I don't need it. I don't know
what?
when I was growing weird. Sorghum. Sorghum?
I don't even know what is sorghum.
My mom always put sorghum in baked beans. And I thought, well, you grow sorghum around here.
What is sorghum? Is that a
I think it was like a black, really thick. I know my mom always put it in baked beans. But sorghum, it's all sorghum. Black, really thick stuff. Really, really syrupy. I don't know if you could eat it on anything else, but baked
Christine,
beans.
have you ever heard of sorghum?
Nope.
You never heard of sorghum? People, come on now.
Oh, I've never.
It's not like I grew up in a. Thank you, Corey. Sorghum is a form of molasses.
Oh, okay. Joel says sorghum is grain.
Thank you, Joel. Yes, exactly. I could have sworn we grew. There were a few.
Is it sweet?
Yeah, it's like sweet.
Is it a sweet? Because sugar. Sugar.
Oh, yeah, sugar.
Grain, right?
Dan says Schnook says sorghum. Thank you, Dan. Appreciate that.
So sorghum is a grain that was originated in Africa.
Oh. Wow.
And yeah, you're right. It comes in a how do I describe it? It's syrup.
Huh. See, I know something.
But I guess, did they make it out of this grain, this sorghum?
Yeah.
It is really something. And your mom would put it in baked beans?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Big old glob of it, and make them sweeter.
Yeah, but it's a protein. It's a very protein heavy.
Oh yeah. It was really thick, real thick.
And it's used now. A lot of people put it in beer. I'm reading.
Oh.
Anybody ever cooked with sorghum? Oh, Joel says they make sorghum syrup. It's like molasses. They grow it all over South Texas.
Oh, cool.
So is that what your mom used? Was the sorghum syrup?
Yeah, sorghum syrup.
I'll be damned. So is it
I don't think it's something you would eat bare. I don't think you just put it on pancakes. I think you have to cook it in something. I think in order for it to reach its optimum flavor.
It's very weird. Huh.
Well, I like weird things. I like comedy too.
Hominy.
Yeah, that's puff corn or wet corn, wet corn.
Yeah, I've had that before. I used to eat it all the time when I was younger.
Mm.
So they're saying that sorghum syrup is a byproduct of processing sorghum. All right. And which is a grain. That's how they get it. All right. They say that there's a difference between sorghum and molasses.
Oh,
It's sweet. It's a sweet byproduct
right.
from sorghum grain. I'll be damned. So it sorghum actually is something.
Thank
So
you.
I hate to say it, but Steve is,
Come on, say Steve is right. Say it.
and they eat it with grits too, I guess.
Oh, I bet it would be good with grits.
Oh, I bet Dan would love that.
Yeah.
He loves his grits.
Corey says it tastes just like molasses.
Oh. Ooh. Maybe I'll have to make some baked beans and serve them on cooking for the poor.
Oh God, don't do that to me.
So, but I'm looking at I searched sorghum on Google, and they're showing actual bottles of sorghum syrup.
Yeah, that's what my mom bought. My mom bought it in a jar.
Yeah.
It was really thick coming out. I just remember my mom always made the best baked beans.
You can make sorghum cookies and all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah, sorghum cookies. I like the sorghum. I've had sorghum cookies. Yeah. They're really dark.
But you can buy bottles. You can buy sorghum syrup now at the stores if you want. Or on Amazon. Just buy it.
Oh.
I'm not sure what you do with it, but yeah. You can go to Amazon right now and buy for $16.
Ooh.
You can buy sorghum syrup. Look at that, Steve. You could buy it $16 on Amazon.
Oh. Wow.
I don't know what you do with it, but
Oh, you put it on baked beans, that's for sure. I'll put it on grits.
or grits. Do you know how to make grits?
Well, instant grits. I don't know how to make real grits. Yeah. It's like I don't know how to make real rice. I know how to make instant rice
You don't know how to make
or minute rice.
Well, regular rice is just
Just
takes
cooks
longer.
longer.
It just takes
Yeah,
longer.
Yeah, I don't have those kind of patience. I don't like to stand over the stove long. I probably a lot of times I've drained my pasta where most people would say, "Oh, that's not done enough." But I like my pasta with a little bit of a bite to it, or a little bit of a crunch. I don't like it soggy and everything like that. So yeah.
So, by the way, of all people, Marvin popped into the chat room, and he is now talking about sorghum.
Oh, hey, you like sorghum? Ooh.
So it figures if anybody has had hillbilly food, it's Marvin. I would love to hear him explain a story about it. I bet if he was explaining a story about sorghum, it would somehow have the word cattywampus and several other words in it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
there was a sorghum sore cattywampus from some other ridiculous thing in whatever
Aunt
town.
Beulah might use sorghum in her eggs.
Aunt Beulah used to put sorghum in her award-winning deviled eggs. Marvin's stories would always go back to his poor Aunt Beulah and her prize-winning deviled eggs. And then
Died when she fell through the porch.
And then would eventually go back to poor Aunt Beulah falling through the porch and dying.
But they still ate her eggs. They made sure they ate her eggs.
While she was dying, Marvin admitted to going up and grabbing some of the deviled eggs and
Oh my God.
and eating them as Aunt Beulah passed away.
Yep.
And all I know is at the end of every story, whenever Marvin would tell a story about any family member, the story's always ended with him going, and those children would never be the same. Every story had some kind of traumatic episode. There would always be some kind of episode that would cause post-traumatic disorder. Oh my God. I hate to laugh at Beulah's death, but oh my God. So has anyone ever, Joel seems to know a lot about sorghum. Corey seems to know about it. So there seems to be some people in the chat room that actually know a little bit about sorghum.
I'm glad. I'm really, because I didn't want to sound like an idiot.
Yeah.
Because I do have 2 college degrees.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Isn't one of those a certificate?
Yes.
Not a degree.
And were any of these degrees in any kind of science or any kind of
Because we know you're a chemist, so
it's supposed to be in the 70s again today. 48 already.
Yesterday seemed beautiful, didn't it?
Yeah,
it was nice.
Yeah.
It was very nice.
So people are now talking about Steve's degree. And these are because you went to school and you learned something, right?
Well, what school?
Well, I'm just saying you went to what were your degrees in? Didn't you have was it applied science of something or
Yeah.
They don't seem like an art. You went to junior college and you got
applied sciences, turf management, and landscape design.
Oh, turf management and landscape design.
Design.
And you use these skills for what now?
Yes, I did. I actually used those skills when I worked for Graceland Fairlawn Cemeteries in Decatur, Illinois. Mm-hmm. I did design. If anybody's ever in Decatur and drive down Oakland Street, I did design the funeral home landscape that they are presently using, with all the plant material and everything.
You designed that. Now, why did they fire you at that job?
Because, well, I'll tell you why.
I just want to know what you did at the cemetery that could get a person fired.
Well, I can think of all kinds of things he could do.
No comment.
I'm just saying it's got to be pretty hard to get fired at like a cemetery and Because what the other place, a golf course that you worked at?
Yeah, I worked at golf courses.
So I'm saying, what the hell did you do to get fired from a cemetery? What did you do? Because weren't you fired at the golf course for stealing gas?
No, I've never been fired from a golf course. I quit. They knew I was stealing gas. Well, that was the last. Well, no, the one. Oh, you're right. You're right. The one in Chicago, I did get fired for stealing gas there. Yeah, yeah. The last one I worked when I was up in Chicago. Yeah. Well, I didn't. He said to gas up all. He said gas up everything. So I would gas up all the golf carts and just pull my truck around.
I don't think you meant your vehicles.
So you were gassing up your personal. That's why
He
you got
said,
fired.
the guy, the superintendent said, Steve, go ahead and gas everything up. So I gassed everything up.
Right.
Well, he didn't mean your vehicle, your girlfriend's vehicle, your buddy's vehicle.
Was that the excuse you were using when they tried to fire you? Is that the excuse you used? Well, you told me to gas everything up, so I just thought my car and my friends' cars were included in that.
Well, it was that, and see, I would get to work earlier than everybody, so I would have to open up the pro shop, which it really wasn't a pro shop. It was just a place where they sold candy bars and stuff. And they caught me on camera taking candy bars. Then they said, "Why were you?" I said, "I was trying to fix them. They weren't fronted up right in the display, so I was moving around." He said, "No, Steve, we saw it look like you put it in your pocket." I said, No. I dropped it on the floor and I bit over. That's the part you didn't see. And they believed me for a while, and then when the gas thing happened, they couldn't figure it out. It took a couple months.
So you would be the first one into the pro shop and you would eat how many candy bars were you taking?
All of them.
I mean, how many would you eat? I mean, I'm figuring if it's one candy bar, they're probably like, so the guy was hungry and just ate a candy bar. You know what I mean? But how many were you stealing if they were videotaping? How many did you have to steal for them to fire?
Can we move on?
That many?
I'm just wondering.
Let's just say it was a significant number that would show up on the inventory.
God damn, Steve.
And they would go, where the hell did that box go?
How many candy bars would you eat? Oh, good Lord.
Not all in one day. I'd take them over and put them in my drawer in my office.
Yeah.
What I shared with the other guy.
Yeah.
I would eat them when I was on my computer looking up stuff.
So you would sit on the computer looking at things all day, and you would just eat candy.
Well, I was supposed to be working. I was supposed to be working on equipment stuff, but I was reading the manual online on how to work on it.
Christina, what does it sound like to you that he was looking at online?
Well, we all know Steve.
I'm with you. And I bet he wasn't looking at any manuals of anything.
We know how big of a perv he is. I can only imagine.
You were eating candy bars and
Watching Pornhub.
and watching porn. That's what I'm thinking. Lord.
I didn't steal from every job that I ever had. There were some. Well,
So you had to steal boxes. You would steal boxes of candy bars. Oh, good Lord. Did you just steal candy bars or did you take other kind of snacks?
no, they always had those Magnum ice cream bars because they had like a little. I only took like one of those. I would eat those immediately in the morning.
Yeah.
That would be my breakfast. I'd have a Magnum chocolate ice cream bar.
Yeah.
And as I walk, and
What kind of candy bars did you steal?
I might have grabbed a box, whatever many 24 is in a box. Yeah, like the display box.
What was the brand of candy bar you would steal?
Oh, a brand?
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't make any difference. Candy bar is candy bar. Snickers, Three Musketeers.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And were you eating them all, or did some of them, like, did you resell them?
Oh, you wouldn't resell.
Right. I was eating them.
Oh, you would eat them?
You were really eating all those candy bars.
Oh, this is back when you weighed 500 and some odd pounds. So
I ate a lot of candy.
God damn, Steve. And now we know where the diabetes came from.
Yeah, so you would eat ice cream bar and Three Musketeers for breakfast?
I don't think I ever stole from St. John's Hospital when I worked there, because I worked in medical records. I read the records. Is that it?
Weren't you? We've heard this. We heard a little bit of this story, and you were reading private medical information about people.
Yeah, and they would post at that time. They post pictures of colonoscopies. I'd always look at the pictures.
And you would, didn't you tell somebody, which, by the way, is highly illegal. There are HIPAA laws against, you can't share.
Oh, yeah.
Weren't you sharing the information about somebody? I'm just trying to remember this story. Christine, didn't he tell a story on a Saturday morning or something about?
I believe so.
Sharing information that's about somebody?
Oh, I knew a lot of information. I knew especially the health of the information.
Good Lord.
Come on, Steve.
I mean, I'm not the only person that reads. I mean, everybody reads.
Good Lord.
Sometimes maybe I just read more in depth than I should have.
You would steal the people's medical information and then share it with others. Oh,
I wouldn't steal it. I mean, I did. I wasn't taking it home or anything like that.
When would it come up in conversation that you would have to share what was going on with them medically?
Oh, well, because we sat, there was one, we sat all in, there was like four of us, sat at a desk, and I always sat in the middle. And there was two ladies on one end, two ladies on the other end. I said, hey, look at this, read this. Or, hey, look at these pictures. They had a colonoscopy. I think they have something the matter with their pooper.
So you would share the things about people's colons and...
Well, back in the day, yeah, man. This was back in, yeah.
And you would you would decide to tell someone, oh, do you know about Rob Smith?
Okay.
His colon was so... You would never believe what he had in his colon.
Just for an example. Oh, look. Ray Lytle came in and had a colonoscopy. Oh, he doesn't look good down inside there, does he?
So you would share information. So would someone ask you about, why would it come up? I'm just trying to figure out what you're...
I was just trying to break up the monotony of the job. I mean, with just feeding papers, sometimes you have to just step back and say, what am I really doing, and really look in depth into what is going on here. I mean, especially some of these big ones. I mean, there were some of these big ones that were very dramatic,
So were there any famous people whose...
Oh, I don't remember. There probably could have been. I read a lot of ones, about death and stuff like that. Those were the big long ones, but
I don't think I've ever had any testing or anything done at St. John's. I might be horrified right now if I had, but
my ex-wife did it too because she did all the ER ones every day. She would always come home and say, "Oh, you wouldn't. There was a crash and that." I said, "Really? I hope I get those pictures."
Why would you want to see pictures of a crash?
Well, so when you're reading,
Yeah.
if you have pictures, it's more to understand what you're reading. You know.
But your job, I thought your job was to just scan
Get it into the computer system, so
Yeah.
doctors would be.
Why do you need to read them? Just scan them. You don't need to read anything.
Well, we had to make sure it was in, chronological and date and time order because they would date everything. We'd have to know like it on this date, Mr. Stanton took a poop at this time.
Okay,
at
but
this
I'm just
time,
saying, do you really need to look at?
we don't need to read it. We just need to look at the dates.
I'm
and
sure there
time.
were nude photos of.
Oh
women.
yeah. No, there weren't any nude photos. No, not that I remember. I would have definitely shared those if there were.
Those records would have came up missing.
It just sounds so. I mean, what you're talking about just sounds terrible. You deserve to be. You did deserve to be fired for this.
I didn't get fired from there. I quit because I got the job at a golf course.
And you were fired from that golf course for doing what?
No, I left that golf course
Doing
because
gas?
they weren't doing. They found out that I was.
By the way, wasn't my initial question, why did you get fired from a cemetery? You never even answered that. Did you notice, Christina? He never answered that. He brought up, well, when I was at the golf course, I was stealing candy bars. He changes subjects. That's how he gets away with it.
Uh-huh. It was that bad. He don't want to answer. So yeah.
I'm wondering, what did you do at the cemetery to get fired?
You sure you really want to know?
Yeah. What was it that you did at the cemetery to get fired? I really want to know that.
What did you do to the bodies, Steve?
Yeah. What did you do? He won't answer the question.
Yeah, it's that bad.
Wait, Joel says, Steve, serious question. How long does a dead body stay flexible? Asking for a friend.
Oh God.
Not very long.
I was hoping that the cemetery firing had nothing to do with bodies of dead people.
No.
God knows what he did.
I don't want to know.
I mean, I did some off the wall stuff there, but I never.
I just want to know why you got fired. What was the specific thing that got you fired? He seems to have trouble answering this one. The amount of shame.
Okay. Here's how I go.
Oh God.
The cemetery hired me basically for a specific reason, and that was to spray the chemicals on their cemeteries because they were paying a company like True Green or something, tons of money. So they wanted me to develop a chemical program because I had already done that for a golf course, and I had all I told them I needed to get. I had a spray license, but I needed to get an operator's license. That way, I could buy the stuff from a reputable chemical company.
Because you had a degree in it, and you were actually, had a whatever.
Right.
That meant that you could get the next thing, and then they could pay you a salary instead of having to pay.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. I I had a little bit of. I had a little bit. My main goal was the landscape and the chemical program. I did a little bit of mowing. And I did a little bit of grave digging. And I did a little bit of everything. I had to. I did help one time with a body. I helped with a body one time because we had our crematorium was in the basement and the steps real steep, and it was one of the winter times, and the funeral director asked if all maintenance guys could help, because they had a rather large gentleman that had to go down the stairs. So, I did have to help with that. It's not fun at all, And okay,
It sounds like he's changing the subject again. So I just want to know why you got fired from the cemetery. What were you doing with these chemicals?
Let's just say, because they gave me, they gave me a budget and everything.
Yeah.
Let's just say that not all the chemicals ordered were going on the cemetery.
Oh my God. I fucking knew it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's exactly what I was thinking. So who else did you sell the chemicals to?
Well,
because you found a way for the money to go to.
What were you making with those chemicals, Steve?
Who were you selling them to? There was something bad.
Let's just say
You are unbelievable.
Wow. Let's just say that some of the chemicals some of them didn't get used at all on the cemetery property. They might have got used on other properties, but
so you ordered the chemicals. You ordered the chemicals for the cemetery, and then you sold them to other people.
Possibly.
And you kept the money.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, that crime. Oh, I definitely did that. Yeah. So you would steal. So you would order chemicals,
right,
sprayed in the cemetery, but then you would sell them to other people. And
they were paid for. They were paid for. The cemetery paid for them.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. You would. I'm sure you did. Did you give the cemetery the money that you made when you sold?
Hell no. I kept that money.
That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, that's where the crime was committed. And how did they find out about this?
They asked one time. As I said, let's just be straight honest right here. It was Roundup. Okay, everybody knows Roundup is a weed killer. Yeah. And I had a lot of friends that always like to kill weeds. So let's just say I used a lot of Roundup at the cemetery because they had a lot of roads that were sprayed and all that. And
yes, and
they said I said, hey, Charlie, I need to order more Roundup. And he said, why are we going through so much Roundup? I said, I don't know. It seems like we're using a lot this year. I said, we're having weed problems here and there and everywhere. Mm-hmm. And he might have saw me put it in the back of my truck.
So you were stealing. So you would order the chemicals and have the cemetery pay for them. And then you would steal the chemicals and sell them to people out of the back of your truck. Good Lord.
Yes. Is that wrong?
Yes.
You think?
That's a crime. Yeah.
Steven.
No.
Oh shit.
So, and did they get the police involved, or did they just fire you? Or
No, they just fired me. They kept my last paycheck too. That pissed me off. They said it's for the chemicals that were ordered.
Well.
Never got there. I said they were delivered here. They were delivered to the back of my truck.
so you were stealing chemicals. That's why you were fired.
Maybe once. Maybe once, twice.
So now we know how he got fired, why he got fired. Thank you. He finally answered the question, Christina. We now know why he was fired from the cemetery he worked at.
I'm just thankful it had nothing to do with the bodies.
Yeah, thank God. Because I thought,
Well, they did make me jump up and down on that casket that one time, but that was scary.
Did you say on a casket or in a casket?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But it was all approved by my upper management. It just shows me because I was the fattest, but it wasn't fitting in the vault right because there's something wrong with the sides. And it was Friday afternoon and we'd already switched the vault. So my boss said, "Steve, come here," because it was almost in. The casket was almost in. So I had to stand on the lid and kind of jump up and down and was pushing the casket down into the vault so we could put the lid on it.
Oh my God.
It was all approved by we held nobody could see it. We held the tents up so nobody could see what we were doing.
But thank God you were fat enough.
Yeah, thank God I was fat enough because it was getting late on Friday afternoon. Everybody wanted to go home.
Right.
We couldn't go home until we got that cemetery. That grave broke down and covered.
So they said, let's find the fattest person.
They did. It says, "Go get Steve." Because there was 2 or 3 of them standing on it, trying to get it to go down, and they couldn't do it. They said, "Go get Steve. Let him try." And I said, "What happens if it breaks?" He said, "Oh,
you successfully got the.
I successfully got it.
So you did the work that 2 or 3 guys couldn't do.
I was proud of myself. I could do it. It was a little bit disgusting, but
very proud of you, Steve. Very proud.
You just have to put that out of your mind what you're doing,
That's.
Oh my God.
Thank God they didn't catch me stealing because they had a cemetery for little kids.
Yeah.
What time? At Christmas time, people will come out and put.
This sounds like it is going to be a horrible story.
Okay, maybe I'm gonna not tell it.
Oh, good.
I'm hearing people saying subject change. Okay, subject change.
I can change the subject. I have news.
Oh, please.
Oh no.
You're going to like this, Steve. You are going to love this. And Boobus. I wish Boobus was here.
Fucking damn, this is canceled.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, sorry. That's not going to happen. No, it's for your show. It is for Smoke Signals.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
You know how the 4... Yes.
By the way, I do have I hate to interrupt, but I do have a question now.
Okay.
What the hell was Steve doing on that trivia show? So I saw it.
They asked me. I said I was available if needed.
There were 4 people on that trivia show. There was Holly, Boobus, Steve, and Jason, and I saw all 4 of their cams up during the trivia show. And I was just wondering why.
Holly told me to send Steve the link.
Oh.
So I did, and
all I said was because I know they've been having.
Let me just apologize for whatever.
I said I'm available.
Now continue
Steve was
on.
very funny. Steve was entertaining.
Continue on with your news.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know how the 420 festival's coming up in Lincoln next month.
Yeah.
I made contact with them and I still got to work out all the details. But I invited them to join on an episode of Smoke Signals. And
Did you tell them? Did you get them ready for? Did you tell them we'd provide a translator? So they can understand the
I
questions?
will prepare him.
Yeah.
But I also said that they were interested in doing a live broadcast from the festival, and if they would be able to comp free tickets for Stephen Bubis.
Right.
And I was just expecting, like, general admission, and he said, he goes, we can comp you guys VIP tickets if you want to broadcast live from the festival. So I scored you guys VIP tickets.
Fuck yeah.
And they said they would join you guys during your live broadcast.
Fuck yeah.
So
you think those lazy bastards are going to show up at the?
Oh, they are going to, or they're going to have hell to pay for me. They were talking about it, how they wanted to do the live broadcast. So I thought, hey, give it a try.
Oh no.
So they said that they would hook us up with free VIP tickets.
Damn.
So
they got. Did you hear that, Steve? You're getting free tickets to this. But they're both so lazy. Do you honestly think they'll go?
they better. I'll kick their asses.
Okay.
VIP tickets, not just general admission.
So these are for the highest people.
Oh yeah, you get like a goodie bag.
What?
You're gonna get They'll give you a goodie bag.
I don't know.
They're a
I don't
special
know, but
celebrity guest.
I know that I'm gonna say I thank you very much for Christina for doing that, because I know I was wavering because the fucking tickets were I understand it's for the whole day. It's from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. and there's so much going on, but man, they wanted $50 a ticket for the day.
Yeah, that's general admission. So general admission, yes, are $50, which is general entry into the festival to enjoy the music, vendors, and food.
You and Bubis are both going to. Is Bubis going to be out of the? Will Bubis be out of the hospital in time for that? When is it?
He should be. It's on 4/20, April 20th.
Yeah, it's April 20th, which is also my mom's birthday.
You better be out by then. But okay, so VIP is $80, which includes access to all areas, food vouchers, band autographs, exclusive swags.
What bands are playing?
I think
I got a whole bunch
local.
of them. There's five of them.
I was looking at them. It's nobody I've heard of.
Bubis have never heard of them either.
They're local bands.
So you're going to get a bunch of autographs from people you've never heard of before.
Yeah.
Hey, they could make it big someday, and
exactly.
I'm sure they won't.
But you get autographs, exclusive swags, and first looks, and samples of new cannabis industry products, and more.
Fuck yeah!
So if you choose something,
that's what he wants is the samples. Tom says he hears the band Booger Chair. He hears the band Booger Chair is playing.
That's cool.
So is Bubis doing well enough? Will he be able to go, you think?
Well, I spoke with Bubis yesterday on several occasions because I asked him
yeah.
Oh, the lady was supposed to be out yesterday.
Yeah.
I said, hey, did you he said he called and nobody answered. So hopefully he gets an answer today, because my understanding that's just what they're waiting for. I
thought he was moving in on the 11th, right?
Yeah, well, the lady was supposed to be available. There was supposed to be one available on the 11th. And I told him 3 or 4 times to make sure he called, to make sure so they know you're still interested. You know.
Did he call them and say, yes, I want it? Was that
Yeah, I guess he called yesterday, but nobody answered. He left.
Yeah.
He left a message.
why would he wait till yesterday to call?
I don't know.
Because they might have given it to somebody else. You know what I mean?
I hope not.
Yeah, he told me he called him
Because
yesterday.
actually they called him when they knew it was going to come open. So hopefully they would have been when she would have been
Did he
out.
speak to them when they called him?
Yeah. He spoke to them when they.
So he did
when they
actually
called him.
say, yes, I want it.
Yes, he did. Yeah,
Okay.
he did say, yes, I'm still homeless and I'm always just waiting to get a place.
I'll be damned.
But then the other night he said he had another DVD episode and had to go to the hospital, but now he slept good last night, so he didn't seem to be.
He got another bout of dirty van disease.
Yeah.
Living in his van.
Yeah, I had to run him to the hospital.
You got to get help.
Evidently, he got a dirty room disease from his room. I'm hoping he gets it because I'll have to check with my other source.
It feels like his life should be going good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's engaged now. They seem to have gotten all the infection out of him. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Oh boy. Oh well. Good old Boobas. Like Karen says, he's gonna lose
That's
that part.
cool, Christina. Thank you very much. That's crazy. That's crazy. I hope that's April, right?
Yeah, 420 is April
Yes.
20th.
Well, since I don't have, I hope I get my truck running again. Like I said,
Well, by
Yeah.
then, Boobas should be moved in with you, and you can
well,
just
yeah, that's
ride
cool.
together.
That's cool. That's true. That's true. That's true.
You are going.
No, I got it. D and Dan want to try one more time. He can't. He says he can't give up on it yet. So I ordered another tool. So it'll be here tomorrow. So we'll try her one more time.
Dan's able to fill in.
I appreciate it, Dan. I really do. I understand if you can't get it because believe me, I watched a video last night on YouTube on how to do it and now I understand more than what your Dan was trying to explain to me was the issue with the tool is the lack of room he has to manipulate a long-handled tool. He needs a shorter tool.
Or
So,
longer,
yeah.
or maybe longer arms. Maybe the problem is Dan and not the tool. Well, I hope he can get your vehicle. What's the weather going to be like today? Check the
70s.
weather for Central Illinois. Today's high of 70. Today's high 70. Tomorrow's high 70. Thursday's high 75. Oh, God. Love it.
Oh. Whoa.
Had a good workout yesterday.
Oh.
I was looking buff, Christina.
Oh, yeah.
Looking buff while doing my weights yesterday.
You did look good yesterday.
And today's ropes day.
Yeah, I don't know. Wow.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I'm now standing for my ropes.
Oh.
I'm no longer sitting for my ropes. I'm now standing. I'm standing when I do the ropes. That cat's impressive, man. I saw Steve's cat climb up his chair. It climbs up his chair, walks across the back, then jumps off his chair onto his counter, then jumps from his counter onto Steve's desk. That cat's pretty impressive. and it jumps on Steve to get its loving. Oh, how sweet. What a sweet cat.
She just loves you.
Yeah.
She woke up and she didn't get her love, and
Yeah, the cat wakes up and comes in to get loving from Steve. It's very sweet. It's very sweet, Steve.
And rub her ass on the mic.
How much Steve's
Stop
cat
that. Yeah, I know. Woo!
It's sweet how much Steve's cat loves him. It's not disturbing at all. Oh well, that was a fun show. Thanks for revealing
Yeah.
finally why you were fired from the cemetery.
Oh yeah, anytime. Just ask anytime. I'm be more than happy to tell you. I probably have more stories out there. I just have to sometimes you just have to jostle my memory, you know.
We did hear about the stealing of candy bars. On today's show, we heard about theft of candy bars and gasoline
And Roundup.
and chemicals. He was ordering chemicals for the cemetery, and the cemetery would pay for them, and they'd come in, and then he was black market dealing them to people and keeping the profits and getting the cemetery to buy more. So they realized with Steve they weren't saving any money, and they had to fire him. Good Lord.
Steve.
Yeah, God knows. I kept thinking he was gonna sell meth products.
That's what I was waiting for.
And I was like, oh my God. Hope this.
No, I wasn't doing math then. So
God. Yeah. Oh well. It was a fine show. We found out lots of good. We also in the chat room we found out that Lori. I saw a disturbing thing. I saw a disturbing thing in the chat room earlier that Lori was going to buy a ring for Tom.
Oh,
Oh.
God.
She said she was buying Tom a ring. Lori's one of our viewers, and Tom, one of our viewers. She said she was going to buy Tom a ring, and I thought, oh, that's nice. But then as I continued to ring, she goes, yeah, but it's not a ring for his finger. Yeah. I was like,
Oh, my
I
God.
was thinking to myself, why are you sharing that? But I saw that, but I'm not sure what the hell else was going on. But there was something about getting a ring for Tom, but she added, not for his finger in her post. And now I want to go back and find it, but it'll take forever.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So I don't know what she was talking about, but I know that conversation was going on in our chat room.
I'm glad I missed it.
I'm trying to find it so I can share it with you guys. But... Oh, well. So. And it just came at like an odd point of the show.
yeah, because at that point in the show we were talking about Tom Peter.
I don't know. We weren't talking about Tom. No, it wasn't us talking. Oh, yeah, here we go. I think I'll give Tom a ring. Oh, that's the wrong one. Needs to be bigger for his donk. What the hell? She says, I think I'll give Tom a ring. Oh, wait. That's the wrong ring. Needs to be bigger for his donk. Anyway, that's what you missed if you missed today's show. And aren't you lucky? We also found out today. Thanks, Tom.
Yeah, we
also found out today about sorghum.
Yeah.
We also found out about sorghum on today's show. So I hope we all learned something. And by the way, yeah, Bubba the Baker, there was no dong talk. But we got the dong talk from Lori today. And Tom. Thanks, guys. We appreciate it. All right. Thank you so much for checking us out. We're back tomorrow at 8 a.m. By the way, tonight, subscriber show, Stainless, which is my favorite subscriber show. Please go to morningdisaster.net. And for $5 a month, you can become a tier 1 subscriber. And that gets you access to Stainless every Tuesday night. And they've been doing great shows lately. Not like that. I don't want to name what show I'm talking about, but oh my God. We have another show. Christina, we have another show on our network. I won't say which one, but oh my God.
Steve just shit himself.
Of course he did. Yeah. God forbid he not shit himself. That would be impossible.
Ow.
But anyway, tonight is Stainless, so please check out the show tonight. All right, we will talk to you guys tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. All right? Have a great rest of the day. We'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
I'm sorry.
Say bye, no good. Bye.
Fire, Steve.
She's attacking his camera.
Good Lord.
Steve, go wipe your ass.